Thanks, Morgan. What is over 130 feet long, 4 feet wide, and at its highest point is about 20 feet tall? If you have ever had a class with Mr. Susi, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. The infamous bridge, which has been under construction for at least 2.5 years. The bridge is part of the Ice Age Trail connecting land from Lodi High School to an orchard that is across a giant crevice. It is being built with help from the U.S. Forest Service, the Ice Age Trail, and the School District of Lodi, and volunteers that mainly do work on the weekend. The bridge is being built as part of the Ice Age Trail. It is also being used as a school to get easy access to an orchard that they have across the ravine. Some concerned students, however, feel that the bridge will be used by kids to go and smoke under during lunch. But Mr. Susi feels that it will make Lodi a better community when it is finished. While the bridge looks like it may be done, Ms. Love and Mr. Susi have assured me that it isn't. There is still much that has to be done along the lines of putting down boards on the platform and skinning trees for foot and handrails. However, both of them have said that they're hoping the bridge will be done by graduation. Many people have been involved in construction of the bridge. The U.S. Forest Service, the Ice Age Trail, and School District are the ones that are contributing the most, but every weather permitting weekend you can see some volunteers working on the bridge. These people are community volunteers. Volunteers have been doing the main things that have kept the bridge going. They are the ones that are doing most of the manual labor on the bridge. However, one way that students are helping out on the bridge is that they are skinning logs and they are planning to use for handrails. This is a long process, and on average a class can skin about 5 or 6 logs a day. Mr. Susi also says that he has plans for students in his building construction class to help replacing some of the decking and putting cables in for the handrails. If you are interested in helping out with the bridge, one way that you could do so is by talking to Mr. Susi. He's a friendly man, and he is always looking for new faces around his shop. Now let's see what Brian is drawing up for us.
Thank you, Tommy. That is a very interesting story. A student is taught many valuable lessons in their 4 years of high school, both in and outside the classroom. Some of these things can be of great benefit to them in the future, while others only remain relevant during 4 years' time. But as students move on, there's one thing that will always stick with any student, no matter where they go or what they will decide to do in their adult years. And that's a sense of creativity. Lodi High School has a pretty strong record of offering a variety of classes that encourage kids to use their right brain to their advantage. In both music and visual art departments, many students have succeeded greatly, whether they're competing for VAC or solo and ensemble. Kids of all skill levels are able to either boost their creative energy or improve immensely in doing so. Current day research has discovered that art is required in using the right brain effectively, said high school principal Laura Love. According to Love, the entire district and community are both keen on holding on to our art programs. In general, the majority of our community is willing to pay taxes to fund our art program or increasing taxes to initiate new programs entirely. The programs in question include the primary school's new music program. Kids are supplied with their own keyboards to practice their skills at playing the piano. Said program is taught by former high school band director Lexine Weber. The program has been so successful that it has since expanded to the elementary school as well. And for those who aren't competitive and just want to simply take an art class or music class, kids can benefit too. Playing guitar for jazz band and choir has really helped me become a better player and opened my eyes to different styles of playing it, said Griffin Paul, a junior. And achieving said goals is just one of the many benefits of dedicating time to these classes, but others believe that there are some psychological benefits as well. Art is a very good way to express yourself and keep any negative thoughts you have in check, said Miss Sieverton, an art teacher at both the middle and high school. Art class has also served as an introduction to many different ways of being creative and utilizing skills that some students aren't aware that they have. I didn't know I could paint something so accurately, but after taking painting class, I was able to paint just about anything. I guess I can just surprise myself sometimes, said Megan Moen, a junior. In conclusion, art classes aren't just slacker classes like many students seem to think. They help a person think outside the box and tap into skills that some people didn't know they had. And finally, finding that creative outlet can really come in handy when a person wants to just feel better. And now we hand it off to Morgan for a story about the athletic field.
Well, thank you, Brian, for that insightful outlook. Spring is here and it's happening. The wonderful time of the year when the trees are budding, the flowers are blooming, the air is fresh, the snow is melting, and it is once again Lodi girls soccer season. At a time when the soccer players should, and normally would, be very excited to start their season on the Lodi field, the team has found many small disappointments in the forms of rocks, mudslides, and flooding all over the field. The field was repaired last fall to even out the ground. There was an entirely new set of topsoil placed, but the quality of the soil was just not up to par, stated Lodi soccer coach Vince Padilla. It's like playing on gravel, commented midfielder Corey Daling. I'm pretty sure I haven't gone a game without getting cuts all over my legs. The team attempted earlier in the season to clean up the rocks, dedicating half a practice to the cause, but the attempt seemed to put little to no dent in the rock population. Several other issues are also to blame for the poor field quality. There's no drainage and the field's not flat. You can never see what's going on the far side of the field because the mound's towards the right side. The snow melted so late in the year and there was no time for the ground to soak in the water. The team started playing in the mud and it just tore up all the grass. There was no time for the field to heal, stated center midfielder Katie Anderson for the Blue Devils. However, Lodi does, by no doubt, have one of the nicest stadiums surrounding the field in the entire area. Unfortunately, the field could use some repair. Anyone who's interested in picking rocks off the field for the next several years is encouraged to volunteer their efforts. We're hoping that something will be done to fix the field next year, stated Coach Padilla. It really depends on how the field heals over the summer and how torn up it will get in the fall, with both the boys' football and soccer teams using the facilities. Mr. Lund, the athletic director for the school, has been notified of the field quality, or lack thereof, and is doing his best efforts to keep an eye on the field condition and encourage improvements throughout the district. We're very fortunate to have the facilities that we do, stated Lund, and the field should be seeing its annual improvements this summer between May and August. And now back to Tommy for a wrap-up.
Thanks, Morgan. Well, that will do it for this edition of WLHS Channel 12 Impact News. I hope you had as much fun as we did. For Morgan McKearn and Brian Kohl, I'm Tommy Bauer, and you stay classy, Lodi.